Your Honor, I am sorry for it coming. I had just arrived. I have a very bad cold. Nikiodira haya. But thank you, I have arrived. I am just catching up. I'm meeting a case here. Maybe somebody can also, as we wait, can update quickly. Nigetha tutoe maoni hifo kunaenda aje, please. Kama mtu anaweza update haraka wale wanaongea Kisugu kama Lady Jacqueline, what's happening, what is the case? Because okay. I'm seeing, yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Senior Counsel Githaiga, so what is happening is that we have started going through the response. We today we were supposed to have Prophet Peter K here. However, instead we are looking at some victims of violence, the S violence, and this gentleman here came into court. Actually spoke to me yesterday. Aliniambia ya kwamba alikuwa victim wa one of the pastors wa huyu Reverend Peter K. So one of the pastors in his church pia alimbaka huyu Terry Steve akiwa 19 years. Akamwacha na HIV. Hata saizi anameza dawa za HIV. Okay. Asa kitu watu wamekuwa wakifuatilia ni hiyo OB number. He's gone through a lot of questioning. But the court has assured him that he will get protection, he will be supported. But all people want to know is whether the case is legit. Pretty much that is where we are. I hope that explain vizuri, guys. Explain vizuri, I hope.
Yeah, that one nimesikia vizuri. Poleni sana, jana sikukuwa kwa koti, nilikuwa na mgonjwa. There is a friend of mine who was alipata stabbing, alidugwa makisu, na sajana nilikuwa na shughulika, tulitoka saa 8. Lakini nilikuta mapasta walikuwa wanaanikana huku. Tena leo tena nimesikia kuna maneno. So now when I was coming in, ndio nimekuta pastor akianikwa. So mimi nilikuwa nauliza, I have had somebody talk here, anaitwa PM Kimemia. Hapo ndio mimi ni get on the line of questioning. Hapo niulize, kabla hatujaanika mtu hapa, I think it is more important tukue na more evidence kwa hizi maneno ambazo zinaendelea. Kwa sababu mimi nikiongea kifyagu, we should put more emphasis on people producing more before we anika somebody, especially these pastors. Mimi ni wa hii community. Huyu anaitwa Terry Steve is somebody I know, ni rafiki yangu, ni wa hii community yetu. Pastor huyo ndio sijai muona. Na mimi naona hapa kwa hii maneno ambayo, na jana pia niliona the same as such a case ambayo ilikuwaga ya jana, ilikuwaga ya watu ya wili ya Rav Gosowa. Hiyo maneno nitaweza kuelezea wakati niko soba vizuri. Ya Rav Gosowa. Watu wanajuana, wanapendana, manakuwa na maneno yao, manakuja blackmailiana huku. I wish we could get, because you know when you accuse somebody of HIV, of accusing you of infecting you with HIV, you should have concrete reasons that this is the person. Kwa sababu ukiangalia kwa hii community yetu, men who have sex with men, hata ukiangalia prevalence yetu ni 18%. Na mimi nasemaga mara mingi, wengi sana tunakuwa na virusi. Before you accuse somebody and you say huyu ndio huyu na si huyu, because huyu ni rafiki yangu anaitwa Terry, na mimi namjua na namjua na tunajuana, na sisi tumanajuana everywhere, masoko manini. I think it is more important, kabla manaanika pisha ya mtu, it's more important tupate more evidence, more serious. Kwa sababu vitu vingine hapa naona, na mimi mtanikubaliana na mimi, unajua saa nyingine ni vizuri niseme vitu vingine. Unaona, we are having, and these are my members, my people, we are having cases of blackmail. Watu wawili manajuana, manapedana, watu wanaigiria katikati, wanakuja na mapenzi, kuna koti TikTok, manaanikana. When I heard of HIV, I thought it was more important. Yesterday we dealt with a case of somebody alifanywa maneno miezi na miezi, hakwenda polisi, hakufanya. Sisi hapa ije tunajuana, sisi hapa ije tunasema, watu wanapiga masimu wanasema, kwani watu wanaanikana. Ukiangalia mimi niliandika baka Facebook, lakini siko hapa kwa koti nitoe maoni yangu. But nataka pia niongeleshe watu yetu. Do not use this, munakuja kublackmailiana hapa. We will. So mimi siwezi support violence. Nobody should take advantage of another. Nobody should even sleep with another without consent. Lakini makijuana na mkijuana maneno yenyu na mko na history, mukikuja koti munafafanua na munatoa yote. Munatoa ya ndani, ya chini ya kitada, because we are having now a crisis in community. Huku ije masimu inapigwa left right center. Githaika huko kwa koti yenyu kunaendaje? Watu wanaanikana. These kids wanapata we. Let us agree we will not support any kind of violence, and Lady Jacqueline support that. And that is why I insist, in case mtu akikuja aseme, in case mtu akikuja aseme, kidogo nimalize, ngoja nimalize tu,
wacha nishuke Kithaiga. You have warned me
severally. I can just finish.
You have warned me severally. Wacha nishuke.
I can just finish. Can I just finish, Peter Kioi? Can I just finish? Yes. Ndio nasema, in as much as we will not, and I will not sit here and support anybody infecting somebody HIV knowingly. That is a crime, that is wrong. But I insist that it is better we be asking for more concrete evidence before we parade people before the public. Let us get more concrete evidence. Let us get what was the police action. Let us verify an OB. We are just being told by the word of mouth. We are just being told by the word of mouth. Already we are parading a pastor. We don't know what was the truth. We don't know the repercussions. Let us not do no harm. We are not protecting anybody. Mimi Githaiga, I will not come here and protect anybody. However, I will support that everybody gets the justice they deserve. Let us not serve as a court where we will enable blackmail. Let us, and I'm not saying that Steve is blackmailing. Let me not be gotten wrong. I am not saying that. I'm only saying that before we parade a suspect, it is good that we get more concrete evidence ambayo tutasema yenyewe hapa we have a case. But before that, I think it is very unfair to parade a picture of somebody. Yeah, thank you.
Shall we? Right?
Yes.
Who is a pastor under Peter K?
Yes.
Aya, sasa anza. Conversation sasa give me a break a bit. Anaanza sasa. Thank you. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Any sympathy, love, handout. Aya, Terry, ongea. Anza kuongea.
Okay, this guy we met somewhere in a barrio. A barrio which was one of my friends. Na wakati tulipatana, I was a member of the committee of the barrio, and hapo ndipo nilipatana na Edward Mwangi.
Uko na kelele hapo background, hebu acha hiyo kelele alafu ongee bila kelele. Ni kuna kitu naguza hapo kwa background.
Okay, nimeanza.
Haya, ongea sasa.
So when we met, because we were in one committee of the barrio, we shared numbers, yani phone numbers.
Yes.
So after now the barrio imeisha, like tumeka like 2 weeks, Edward texted me. Akaniambia they have a chama they want to open hii ya kuona wazazi.
Yes.
A parental visiting, and he asked me whether I was interested in it, and I told him that I was interested in it. So he requested me to visit somewhere in Ongaterongai where they were meeting, which was someone's place. So when I visited the place, it was on a Sunday. So nikaenda pale, and I met a very large group of men. They were men. And because I was very innocent, I just joined them because mimi nilienda pale in a name of ni chama nimeenda kuingizwa ya kwenda kuona wazazi.
So unasema men pia siku hizi wanatengeneza chama za kwenda kuona wazazi?
Yes, yes.
Okay, kwa hivyo hiyo kitu sio ya wanawake pekee siku hizi?
Hapana.
Okay, sawa. Nilikuwa nataka. Aya, amepata simu, nilikuwa nimepigia.
So when I went there nikawa join and wakamaliza those stuffs of chama nini na nini, but because it was too late going back to mahali nilikuwa nimetoka, this guy requested me I spend a night there and niende the following day. So in the middle of the night, this guy with another guy, now Pastor Mwangi with another guy, they did what they did, and the following morning nikaamka and I was so furious and what have you. I went to Ongatarongai police station and I reported the matter. I then went to a nearby public hospital. It is in Ajita Saitoti. It is in Rongai, somewhere in I think Kware. So and I went there, nikapata medication, of which they gave me some drugs to take to help me as in nisipate any infection. But because of how I was furious and I was like, why has this happened? I found myself missing the drugs, of which I missed the drugs. And after I report the case, now, okay, I reported the matter, but I never, sikufuatilia, I just gave up on the matter, because now, hawa ni watu wakona uwezo na what have you. So, and ukimbizana na watu that you are not of the same level, somehow it becomes difficult, and I just mwenyewe nika let it go. So nilienda hosi wakanipea hizo dawa and they told me you should be coming after every 3 months to check on how you are going, kujiangalia whether you and of which mimi hizo dawa alinipea. Me, I'm not a good fan of drugs, so niliacha kukunywa hizo dawa. So so nilikuwa naenda naangaliwa and after 9 months later after the incident happened, I found myself that already they had affected me, I was affected with HIV and AIDS, and that's how it was. And yeah.
Oh my God. Terry Steve, uliniongelesha jana. I was not expecting this. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's how it was.
Senior counsels, can someone talk to him, please? Because Mimi, hey, please take the mic.
I wish you take him through some cross-examination so that we can find either justice or not, maybe if the guy is guilty or not.
Also, Senior Counsel Peter Kioi, we really need to find a good system of finding justice for these victims.
Okay, no
Because
problem.
it's becoming really, really bad.
About
Naona
it,
ningependa kuongea, tanipea nafasi eh?
okay, utapatiwa.
Hii ni serious.
Ni serious. Ni serious.
mambo
Yes.
So, I wish you to grant me permission to take him through
Yes, and yes, I think it's in order. The judge is here, and I know he's at work, but he's also juggling with his duties. So I think you can continue. Thank you.
I promise to be very gentle on him, and I'll be sensitive in everything. So first and foremost,
1 minute, Madam Prosecutor, before Senior Counsel takes approaches the bench. Madam Prosecutor, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, Your Honor.
What I've realized with Terry Steve is that this is he is a victim, right?
Yes.
But again, this son is not a victim of the so-called Bishop Peter K, right?
Yeah, he's a pastor, a victim of a pastor in his church.
The Reverend and Bishop Peter K, right?
Yes, prophet.
So what I would like first for you to do is, this is another submission that we can also hear as a victim too, under the umbrella or under that ministry. So yes, you can proceed with the senior counsels cross-examining Steve Terry.
Thank you.
But again, we have to put on
Yeah.
And this is a submission. What I did not understand is that Reverend, the so-called Reverend. Who is the name of the Reverend?
Terry, is Edward who? Terry, can you say the name of the Reverend?
Edward Mwangi.
Reverend Edward Mwangi.
Edward Mwangi.
Yes, Edward Mwangi, Reverend Edward Mwangi, who works under ministry of Bishop Peter K.
Yes.
Okay, this is another submission. So I would advise this court, or direct this court, people to be the city councils to be very gentle with this cross-examining, because this is a new submission. So you can go ahead and direct them to go ahead. We are not going to crucify anybody. So I permit you to allow them to cross-examine Terry Mwangi.
Thank you so much.
Terry Steve, sorry.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Senior Counsel Peter Q, take the mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the Honorable Court, for allowing me to take you through the cross-examination. However, I promise to be very gentle on this matter, and as well as I can put across that it is not a matter of Peter Kimondo, but Edward Mwangi. So right away, Terry, if you can open your microphone, then we can have a conversation. Sauti iko sawa sahi? You guys?
Yeah, for us we can hear you well. Yeah, for us we can hear you well.
Sawa guys. So, I will take you slow mpaka.
Yeah.
Terry Steve, habari yako Terry?
I'm good.
Kwanza nakuomba, nasema pole sana kwa yaliyokupata. However, I wish to take you through some cross examination mpaka penye tutafika. So inawezekana hiyo, utaniruhusu?
Yeah, it's okay.
Kwanza kabisa ningekuuliza kwamba unaweza kuwa na picha ya aliweza kufanya haya yote?
Yeah, I can send it later to Lady Jacqueline. I can do it. I have it.
So hii burial ambaye mlimit ilikuwa ya nani?
The burial that we met ilikuwa a burial of a mother of one of my friends.
Mlikutania wapi?
The first meetup that we met with Edward Mwangi, ni kwa committee hiyo ya burial. Tulimit nyumbani kwa kina huyo kijana.
Mlikutana wapi?
It was somewhere in veterinary. Past Bull.
Can you give us the location?
Past Bull. Iko mahali past Bull kiasi. Ukitoka Bull on your way to Ngong. It's in between Ngong and Bulbul.
Sawa, thank you so much. So Edward alikutext akakwambia kwamba mli kama mnaweza kuingia kwa chama, ndio?
Yes.
So unaweza kuwa na hizo text messages?
I'm not sure whether I have the text messages because it was back in 2018. So I'm not sure whether I have the messages.
So
Yes.
ulikubali hapo na mkarequestiwa mkutane hapo, mkakutana hapo Rongai. Rongai mlikutania wapi?
Tulikutania pale Lysa Hill, opposite Lysa Hill.
Lysa Hill.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Unaweza baada ya kukutana Rongai, ni nini kilifanyika hapo mlipokutana hapo Rongai?
Okay, the moment we met at the bus stop, we said hi to each other. In fact, alinikujia with some other 2 guys. So there were 3 of them. We said hi to each other. Then he gave me the direction of the place that we are going. Ndio tukafika place tulikuwa tunaenda huko kwa that guy. The place that the meeting was being held.
Thank you so much. So baada ya kuchelewa kwako, ulichelewa na ukajipata kwamba uko na wao. There is something you mentioned earlier that naomba tutumie Kiswahili. Kuna kitu uliweza kuzungumzia kusema kwamba walifanya kenye walifanya. Ni nini ulifanyiwa ama ni nini walifanya?
Okay, they insisted to sleep with me.
They insisted to sleep with you. Ilikuwa ni kwa room ama kwa boma?
Ni kwa boma.
Kwa boma. Ilikuwa ni kwa boma. Kwa boma ya nani?
Okay, it was a rental.
Kwento, I wanna approach the bench a little bit on that matter that Peter Kioi, Senior Counsel Peter Kioi has just asked right now. Terry Steve,
Yes.
they insisted to sleep with you, or
Yes.
they insisted you to have a sleepover. Can you clarify on that? Because I think Senior Counsel Peter Kioi didn't get that point well, and this respectable court. Thank you.
Okay. Number 1, they requested me to sleep there because it was late. Then afterward, they insisted sleeping with me, and it was around 2 at night.
Sleeping with you means that they either have sex with you,
Yes.
or
They insisted
they share a bed or a place with you.
They insisted having sex with me.
So what, did you give a consent?
Yes.
So you give a consent. So can I ask you,
Yes.
if you gave a consent, so
What do you mean by?
where is the
Okay,
ulikubali?
Okay.
The consent means ulikubali.
Okay, I resisted, but they forced. But on my side, I was resisting.
Kwako basi tuongee Kiswahili tafadhali. Naomba tuongee Kiswahili. Ulipeana idhini kwamba waweze kulala na wewe ama wewe kulala na wao?
On my side, mimi nilikataa.
Kabla ya hayo matendo yote, kuna kinywaji mlikunywa, kuna kitu ambayo ulikula ambayo unafikiria kwamba hujawahi kuzoea?
Yeah, kulikuwa na pombe, of which we took alcohol.
Hii pombe ambayo uliletewa, nani alikufungulia? Ulifungua peke yako ama ulifunguliwa?
The alcohol nilifunguliwa mimi.
Nani alikufungulia pombe exactly?
The colleague to Edward.
Once we get the evidence, then I will parade the person. Maybe in future. Not for now, but in future ikuwe hivyo. Some people have said that I was there. I was not there. It's only that I'm fighting to protect other people's reputation. Because we are fighting for justice, and on the other hand, we are creating an injustice for someone else. Yes.
Judge, if you're there, if you can sustain that objection by Senior Counsel Sunday, please.
Objection gone.
I think Senior Counsel, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it's so clear that once someone is accused of
anything, however much we might think they are innocent. They have to prove themselves that they are innocent. With evidence given, I think it's leading towards that direction. So it's upon us now to verify and say he's innocent. Bringing his picture doesn't mean he's guilty. He's just an accused. Thank you.
So Sando, unamaanisha kesho nichukue picha yako nikuje nionyeshane hapa madawa nikuseme kabla sijaleta evidence ya unipime nikupime wewe uko na ugonjwa unaweza niandika useme mimi ndio nilikuambukisha?
It will be an allegation. Now you allege. You haven't victimized me. You have alleged. So it will be upon me to prove that, to prove otherwise, that I'm innocent.
Hata huyo ni mtoto wa watu. Thank you.
Office of the prosecutor. Maybe what evidence do we have? Do we have a lobby? Do we have medical reports? Maybe what have you received?
So Senior Counsel Githaiga, Terry actually has all that information. He's actually sending it to me by tomorrow. He has not only the OB, he has not only the OB, he also has reports, like medical reports from the local.
Is there any of them that you have received?
I have received his confirmation of having contracted HIV and being on medication for HIV.
But we have not yet received.
Is that evidence?
Lady Jacqueline,
is that enough evidence that the pastor?
That is upon you, Senior Counsel, to decide whether that is evidence enough. That is the onus is not upon me to decide. It is you, Senior Counsels, to have a thorough discussion on whether. So allow me to mute. Thank you.
Okay, and that's why I'm raising my case on this. I have no issue about evidence being raised because I will support a case when we have evidence. I know what I'm saying. When we see the OB, I think that is the right time to parade somebody. I'm only saying that we should be more careful. Let us not look like, people ambao wanakuanga, we say something and then tomorrow there is nothing. So I think we should, before, mimi nakwambia tu Lady Jacqueline, I think we should first get it all. Kama ungekuwa nayo niambie, Githaiga, I have an OB, Githaiga, I have the report. I think that is fine. I think I'll support you. But before I see maybe, and you confirm to me, maybe you have received it, ARVs is a sign of somebody living with HIV, but that's not a sign of somebody infected me with HIV to a point that I would tell you this is the picture. I can accuse 100 men of infecting me. I need to prove more to show that indeed na kufuata ubio vitu yote, that is the right way. The medical reports, that's the right way, and I would congratulate him of having them. But again, I think we should take more time before we parade somebody. I know what I'm saying. Yes, that is what my point. Thank you. If we have police report and medical reports and everything like that of sexual violence, the case is most likely to be taken up to the highest level possible. I am finding it awkward that there was a police report and there was medical report, and these are cases of sexual violence. It should not have been protected. We are putting even the police at question, because I would question a lot that somebody went for medical report, somebody had an OB, reported sexual violence, and that case was thrown under the bus. That is what I'm trying to say, that before we judge, I think it is most important we get the evidence that indeed an OB was taken and indeed the medical report was taken, so that we can also take we can also question the system, because it must have failed Terry if all that was done and they did not follow up to the point where Terry could get justice. But again, we need to see that indeed he had an OB so that we can sacrifice them, because if I was to talk here, I would thoroughly punish, but ningesomea sana the system for failing sexual violence or victims. But again, I cannot do that because I realized you still have not gotten the evidence. So Unfortunately, until you get that, that is when maybe I would still insist that we should parade somebody. Thank you.
Have meant that he was not ready to out himself in front of this this massive crowd of people. So I feel again, Mr. Githaiga, that perhaps you have also violated the privacy rights of Mr. Terry Steve by coming into this court and stating that he is one of you, member of your community. You can take the mic, Senior Counsel.
I'm sorry on that. I totally take responsibility. I am totally sorry. I didn't know, I came late. I didn't know that Terry had said that he's not part of us. When I came here, when I saw Terry Steve up here, I was like, "Wa? Ni nini, kuna nini na Terry?" Because I know him, he knows me. I did not tell him at tunanijua. No, I meant like tunajuana. So I'm sorry that I outed him. But going on the line of the case, actually, that is why I asked to be updated. Nikajua, okay, ni kesi zetu. So I thought he is already out and have told everybody that he's us. But I'm sorry so much. I apologize. I own my mistake on that. I did not know that time. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I ask the court to forgive me.
Yeah, thank you, Senior Counsel. That is very brave of you. Thank you.
And I think it is good maybe for the court also to note that it is, or maybe the court to advise whether it is right to lie under oath in this court. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's understandable. Thank you. Thank you.